the Oakland Raiders, Claybon, they'll win the AFC West. I mean, I know you're going to have to reach here.
Yeah.
But go ahead. They're going to win the AFC West.
The Raiders will win the AFC West if Khalil Mack can break the single-season sack record.
So, in other words, they can't do it.
It's asking a lot of them. But I think maybe, in his second year, he had that great year, showed a lot of explosiveness. If he has this transformative season where he's a guy that guys can't game plan for and other guys can step up in the offense, of course, they'd have to make it tremendous.
I will say they got more out of that defense in general than I expected. They were built along with Mack. They really brought in some well-known names that are a little long in the tooth, and more than not, those guys delivered. Woodson had another good year. Tuck had a better than expected year. Ike, agree with where Claybon's coming down here?
The Raiders will win the AFC West if they can play with 12 people on both sides.
Wonder if they'll let them.
Point blank. Period.
It's been a long time for the Raiders. Maybe the league can make a concession and let that happen.
Right now, it's not their time.
No.
Right now, it's not their time. And I know you go into the season having high hopes and having high goals, but realistically, man, I don't care what you're talking about. Unless they playing with 12 on both sides right now.
Well, I will say this. It would be there are worse years to be a Raiders fan because you could get excited about Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, Latavius Murray, Khalil Mack.
I think their worst years are over.
Yeah.
I do agree. I don't think they're going to have –
You want to see progress from those guys.
Yes, I think the progress is going to happen. It's just you got two monsters in Phillip Rivers and Peyton Manning right now. It's going to be hard. Right now.
Well, like I already told you, the Chiefs are going to get past both those monsters and win the division. Now and I think they can actually be a pretty decent team if Latavius Murray can deliver. I mean, he had basically a game and a half of electric stuff, and everybody got excited about him in fantasy football and otherwise. If he can, to pay off and actually be a guy who they give the ball to 20 times a game, they can be a halfway decent team. And Derek Carr, I'm telling you, I use my eyeballs. I don't care about all these measurables.
You got eye tests.
I said Ben Roethlisberger when he was at Miami of Ohio. I said, you watch, that's the best quarterback out of the trio. Eli, Phil. I said that to everybody. Because he looks like a QB. Derek Carr looks like a QB the way he slings it.
I had
you can
opportunity
tell. He can spin it.
To rank Carr when he was coming out, and I had him as the best quarterback in that draft. And
me too, Ike.
By far, he is. And I agree, just using your eye test. Like, we let all the scouts and the GMs deal with all that stats and measurements. But just using your eye test, man, like the man is an NFL quarterback, and he's getting help slowly. He got a good running back, he got his receiver, they're looking for. So
boy, people are crazy about Cooper, how good he's going to be.
If you've been looking at the highlights on what he's been doing in practice and training camp, man, he's been torturing cornerbacks.
Yep,
torturing.
that's the word from everybody. All right.